This is worse than PlayStation versus Xbox, Apple versus Samsung, and even rollerbladers versus skateboarders, because this is not only legacy auto versus Tesla, but all EVs against Tesla. Where's the love? Welcome back to the Cobra Pit, whether you're a longtime viewer or a newer subscriber like Hugo Guerrera. I see you. I appreciate every single one of you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Toxicity, anger, hate, it's everywhere, but why can't we all agree to disagree? There's something out there for everyone, so I tried to figure out why is there so much hate towards Tesla and Tesla owners. Even though it does not have to exist, it kind of makes sense that ICE vehicle owners and EV owners kind of don't see eye to eye. But I really have to think about it. Why do Tesla owners and other EV owners have beef? You would think we all have the same mission in mind, right? I hear of Tesla owners bashing Mach-E owners and vice versa. You should see the Chevy Bolt versus Tesla people in my comment section. I've made videos about both, so I kind of have a different outlook, but the hate is getting pretty bad, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of footage of people just damaging and attacking Tesla vehicles. What would make somebody that angry that they would want to do that? So I'll share some of my thoughts about what may be going on out there. First of all, Tesla's different. They have a certain mystique about them. People are a little uncomfortable about things they're unfamiliar with, and Tesla's no different. When it comes to buying it, it's very different from legacy automakers. You don't go into the dealership and look around at different cars and talk to a sales rep. You can go into one of the showrooms, but it's a very different experience. But not many people know exactly how you buy a Tesla. I've had a few friends ask me, like, what's the process? And is there a long wait? And so many questions about buying a Tesla. And then the cost. Some people think that Teslas are overpriced and way too expensive. And that's up for debate, but the price isn't very different from like an entry-level Lexus or BMW or something like that, but people don't look at them the same way. The other thing is people don't really understand the autonomy, the autonomous features, how it works. As soon as I got mine, my dad was like, all right, don't trust it to drive you. And you know, that's just a common reaction. You think like, oh, it just drives you and you know, you can go to sleep. And part of that's for what you see in the media and what people post online, but that's coming up a little bit later. And just the whole unique way they present their minimal interior. Very different once again. So people will automatically say, no, I need buttons. Oh, I don't like this and that. And you know, it's just so different that if you don't take time to understand it or are willing to understand it, then it's the unknown. Now, all the blame doesn't come from non-Tesla owners. Tesla drivers can be a little overzealous. Well, some of us. Now, when someone really loves something, it's hard for them to contain it. They like to share it. They're excited. And that comes with many things in life. Sometimes it's intentional, but a lot of times it's not. They just can't hold back. Now, some people don't like that, and I'm not saying it's a jealousy thing. It's just more of a, okay, we get it. You love your car. We get it. You don't need to get gas. People just overhearing it, you know? I mean, this can be seen in all areas of life, right? If you talk too much about your job or if you boast too much about your relationship or home. Not that people are envious, but sometimes it's like, okay, you know, we've heard enough. Now, this is big when it comes to buying gas, especially with the way the prices are right now. Now, I even have to check myself sometimes because I realize, oh, you know what, everybody doesn't, you know, have to avoid buying gas the way I do. So I try to balance it out with things like, oh, but my electricity bill has gone up, you know, to kind of ease it up or make it not seem as one-sided. I just like to be a little cognizant of things like this, but it's hard. It's hard not to share things you're excited about like this. And some people like having purchasing validation, right? You like to think about whatever you bought, whatever you have was the best decision for you. And when you hear someone else talk about what they have, some people are like, oh, I don't want to hear that negativity. No. My way was the best way, which is okay, right? It's okay to think that, but I don't know if some of you are familiar with watching a video. After you bought something, you watch a video about it just to feel good about yourself. Like, yeah, this person talking highly of my purchase, right? It feels a little good, right? So when someone talks about their purchase over and over, it can bother some. Now, this may be why Tesla owners bash other EV owners or other car owners too. They want to feel like, hey, Tesla's the best. We all know there's many variables. I try to be very unbiased, and I actually do recommend a Chevy Bolt to many people because I had it for 3 years. I know the pros and the cons, and I like to ask people, like, what are you looking for in a car? Now, let's talk about the attacks on Tesla. Now, who knows if all cars get attacked as much, but we know Teslas do because of the dash cam and the Sentry cam footage. So pretty much every time something happens, we have footage of it. But the problem is we only see a snapshot. We don't really see what happened before, what led up to this event. Not saying that people that do this, their actions are justified, but we don't really get the whole story. We just see, oh, someone keyed my car or someone banged my car door in a parking lot. Now, I do believe that some of these were unwarranted, right? People just do things for whatever reason. But sometimes it might be things like, oh, you cut someone off, or a big one people don't really talk about. Back to being overzealous, those license plates. Now, some license plates trigger people, right? People don't want to see gas low or zero emissions or things like that. And again, this does not excuse people to do these things, but sometimes they get triggered and people are like, you know what? Forget this person. You're not better than me because you have an EV. So I feel like that, things like that you don't see on the Sentry cam footage or the dash cam. When some people read these license plates, they may feel like they're being attacked. So they might want to return the favor or deflect it back on that owner. I don't know. Something else I picked up on, they added a new supercharger in my area, and this was already a pretty populated area, so there wasn't much parking available in the first place, but now there's 16 superchargers there. People may not like having superchargers take up an already crowded parking lot. There's been a couple of instances that made me think about this. One time someone was driving right down the middle, looking left, right, and just started shaking their head. Now, it could have been about who knows what. They could have been listening to a podcast. But I was like, I felt like they are angry because a lot of the supercharger spots were empty. And I have been to superchargers where another non-Tesla vehicle was parked in the supercharger spot, even though there were open spaces closer to the actual building. Now, I didn't have conversations with these people. And maybe when they arrived, there was no other parking but there. But there were 2 cars there, and it's just a bad look. Have you ever went to a parking spot and the car next to you was over the line on your side, so you were over the line on the other side, and when you came back to your car, the other car was gone, right? But the person that parked next to you was thinking, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He can't park. And all you did was react to that parking space. I kind of went on a little tangent there, but you get what I'm saying? I don't know why they parked there. I didn't talk to these people, but I'm just making inferences. And then I'm going to be a little careful here, but I don't want to call them media attacks, but there are a lot of clickbaity headlines that, want to grab your attention that aren't necessarily true, especially when it comes to Tesla autonomous features. Either these media outlets don't have the proper information or they're feeding off of the public's lack of information. Usually when an article is corrected though, there's no mention of that, right? So the last thing in someone's head was, Teslas blow up, or you can sit in the back of your car, your Tesla, or Tesla crashes using autopilot, and we don't get the full story. But the thing that confuses me the most, why Tesla owners and other EV owners just don't get along. Now, once again, I'm speaking generally, right? I love seeing other EVs out there. I drove by a Mach-E the other day and I waved, and the lady was so happy, an older lady. She was just excited and she smiled and waved back. I can appreciate Ford Mach-E. I can appreciate the Ford Lightning F-150. I can appreciate it because they are for a certain demographic, a certain person. You know, competition, you always hear competition is better for everyone, right? Better for the consumer. And it's great to have options out there. But I feel like maybe Tesla owners are feeling threatened, right? Oh, Ford's trying to come for the crown, right? Or other EV makers are like, no, we've been doing this for years. No, I've been driving Ford for my life, for my entire life. And you know what? I'm not gonna stop now. Ford is Ford, and it's the best car manufacturer out there. Who knows? But why can't you just let, people do their thing, right? If you like playing PlayStation and your friend likes playing Xbox, more power to them. What's the big deal? This became very apparent to me after reading some of the comments from my Chevy Bolt and Tesla videos. Now, these could be my standalone Chevy videos. Someone will mention Tesla. Or in my Tesla video, someone may mention a Chevy Bolt. I have done a couple comparisons for better or for worse, but it's just like, no one can just support the other brands or the other manufacturers. It's just people just go at each other's necks, right? And it's just, I don't know. I'm pretty positive overall, and I talk about the pros and cons of both. And I do make decisions and choices about which one I would prefer. But like I said, there's something out there for everyone. You can go on Twitter and see the same thing about Tesla owners talking about Lucid Motors, Rivian, F-150. So like I said, it's coming from both angles, right? Both ways. But, I wish we could all just get along. And another thing is, some people don't like Elon Musk. When it comes down to it, I think EV is the way to go for me. It's hard to go back, but some people are, have proper reasons to drive ICE vehicles, whether it be lack of home charging, longer commutes, or they do more road trips. So that's understandable. Everyone doesn't have to have an EV. It doesn't fit everyone's needs. It'd be great if people stop pointing fingers and just appreciated that there's something out there for everyone. And, just that's what makes this world the place that it is. There should be less hate and more love. And as a matter of fact, you can show me some love by liking this video and subscribing if you want more and sharing it with people. But that's a good start for showing love. Hey, thanks for watching. Let me know how you feel below. And don't forget, Cobra told ya. All right, y'all.